Assalamu alaikum everyone. I am Manahil Remote Job Wali and I am from Karachi, Pakistan. Today with the most reputable person here. Her name is uh, Waterfall Adams. We welcome our guest and get to know more about her life journey. So welcome ma'am. How are you? Thank you so much for giving me your precious time.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. Ma'am, please introduce yourself for my viewers.
What did you ask, ma'am?
Please
Oh, tell me.
introduce.
Oh, you want me to tell you about myself?
Yeah.
Well, as you see, my pen and stage name is Waterfall Adams. I'm a creative professional. I self-published two poetry books. That, as you can see, these are the paperback versions, and they're also available in ebook format. And I'm trying to get them in the audio format as well, book format as well. After high school, I have a associate's degree in general education from Bishop State Community College, and I have a Bachelor of Arts degree in art history with a dramatic arts minor from the University of South Alabama. I do I do review books and I read books as well, and also have trying to get a gig together on Fiverr.com, and I have been doing freelance work on Upwork.com as well.
Thank you so much for your introduction. Now let's move on to questions. My first question is, what motivates you to work at Career Village, and what are your responsibilities in that role?
Career Village. Well, that is a e-volunteering site. Like give like people certain advice about certain careers and college majors, like what options that they could do with having that graduating from university or college in that major and other different topics. It's like a career village is where you can like volunteer. That means like you volunteer virtually. That's what career village is all about.
All right, ma'am. Thank you so much for your answer. Um, my next question is, what tasks do you typically perform as a micro worker on Amazon, Amturk, and what kind of projects do you enjoy the most?
Well, MTurk, which is also meaning for Amazon Mechanical Turk, there's so many tasks on there. So there's surveys, data entry, transcription, like listen to music on there and crit- critique it, like rate it, like if you want to listen to it again. Just so much to choose from. It would usually would depend if you qualify for the certain task. My favorite ones happen to be the surveys that don't take so long. The one on there, the ones that don't take like an hour or so.
All right, ma'am. So now, can I ask next question?
Oh yes, you may.
Okay. My next question is, could you share some insight into your experience as a blogger on blogger.com? What topics do you usually write about?
Well, I've been having my first blog. Had my first blog. In fact, that's what the original title was because I couldn't come up with the title at the time. Now it's called Waterfalls the World. I talk about different array of topics like current events, what's going on in my life, different things that I have coming up. Also, my second blog is called Waterfalls Online Art Gallery. All credit goes to the artist dead and alive. Might if I have some artwork I have done myself. I'll put it on there. With Blogger.com, it's like free to start because there are certain blog domains. Do your research for some that will probably charge you by the month or by the year. With Blogger.com, I didn't have to pay anything.
All right, thank you so much, ma'am, for your answer. My next question is: being a vlogger on YouTube can be quite engaging. Can you discuss your content at the audience you target with your videos?
Well, I do plan on doing more videos on there on a more consistent basis. It's just that I need to get like better equipment to do so. There's like certain things on there that I want to do, like comedy sketches, dance, maybe do like audition pieces. There's so many things I want to do. And also, if you see on my YouTube page, I my book trailers happen to be on there, and also like promo for the books as well, and also making certain announcements of like interviews I have coming up, and if something go wrong where the interview got canceled for some reason or have to like postpone or reschedule, I'll let the audience know.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much for your answer. My next question is: how do you balance your freelance work and your role as a spoken word poet? Do you find an intersections between the two?
Between the two, well, not really. It's just that I try my best, try to get some sleep and try to eat healthy and work out. And I do plan on doing like my own spoken poetry word shows. I just need to pay for venue fees, and I might do my shows virtually as well. Because since the pandemic happened, people do like concerts and certain recitals virtually since people couldn't really go any like gather together in a venue.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your answer. My next question is: what was your experience like as an independent sales representative at Avon, and what skills do you develop in that role?
Well, even though I don't work there anymore, it was a learning experience for me. It's just like for years after I graduated from high school, since my parents were divorced and he had to pay child support in the state of Alabama, he'll stop paying when I turn 19. I looked for a job for years, and did have experience in volunteer work before I went to Avon. It was about the first paying job I ever had. I learned about sales. I learned about advertising and marketing and what to do and what not to do to run a business. It taught me so many things about different scents of fragrances, like feminine scents, unisex scents, masculine scents. Like it would depend on, like let's say for feminine, you found like flowers and fruit. For unisex, you will find like oceanic, like kind of like something that reminds you of the ocean, like of cool water from Davidoff, and masculine like musk and cypress. And also things about Avon itself I did not know. For example, they have been around since 1886. In fact, the first person who sold Avon was a man. He tried to sell books, but that didn't work out. So he started selling like makeup to women, like cosmetics to women, and that worked out for him. And women, he recruited women to sell the stuff too.
All right, that's great. Thank you so much for your answer. My next question is how did your time at the John L. Ladlow Performing Arts Center as a scene shop members contribute to your understanding of the performing arts?
Well, that was a work study job for me. For example, I filled out for like FAFSA for the work study, and it was like my final semester at South. I finally got a work study job, and it taught me how collaborative the art of theater actually is. It's a team effort. It is a big job to get like the props and the scenery on stage together. So you need a team for that. That yeah, it's teamwork and definitely involved, and also safety when it comes to like using certain machinery and tools to put things together. Just like also I did have like the costume shop class, and even though my sewing skill is like a bit rusty, like it's like a team effort as well in that part of the theater. And also with the acting part, it's the team effort as well. It's not like a unless you're doing like a one person show, it's still a team effort, with like costumes and makeup and props and scenery and different types of staging. You like get a practical actual experience. In fact, it was a class I took. I had to take it twice though because I dropped it at first. I went back to it. I had to do as part of the stage class. Um, we had to have hours to do the scenery, get that together before showtime, before the production starts.
All right, that's great. Thank you so much for your answer. My next question is tell us about your work as an actor. What kind of roles have you played and how has this experience contributed to your career?
Well, I do have acting experience. I think my acting experience probably started when I was around 16. When I was in high school, I was in the African American Club, and we would have Black History programs in February, which is like Black History Month in the United States of America. And I remember had some roles in those shows from like my sophomore year to my senior year. And also, I played Beyonce my senior year, and I got rave reviews for that one. Around that time, my senior in high school, I was also in like a local radio commercial, and I've been getting rave reviews for that one, where I was in a contest to win a iPod Mini. So you probably guess how old I was back then, okay? And also, I played the Ghost of Christmas Future, and like for example, Theater USA have Christmas time. They would do like a little production of A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens. But before that, I had a role in a 24-hour festival where we had to get like plays together in like 24 hours. And I do remember auditioning for certain roles in the main stage productions, but I didn't get the part. But I did also participate in JAG TV. It was like the university's TV station. I was in a like I guess of some of their shows. For example, it was like Morning Mayhem and like for like a Halloween contest. And I do plan on doing more acting. It just I want to take some more acting classes to get better with my craft for the time being.
All right, thank you so much, ma'am, for your answer. Amazing answer. My next question is as a micro worker on Amazon, I'm stuck. What strategies do you use to optimize your productivity and earnings?
Well, with with the strategies that I use is that the beauty of part of Amazon Interact, you can work, do as many tasks as you want, or a lot of tasks, or a little task, and you actually work your own hours with that particular job.
Okay, all right. My next question is, can you elaborate your involvement with the CLA community outreach team at the Alabama Contemporary Art Center? What initiatives were you part of?
Well, I was part of the team where I distribute printed material throughout, like through my local community, like get the word out about the art gallery that I worked there for like a summer. It was like a part-time on needed basis job, and I felt like also like the degree I was working on was being put like into good use, and I actually learned the difference between the museum and an art gallery. Like for example, an art gallery sells the artwork while a museum displays the art gallery. I mean the artwork.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much for your answer. My next question is, how do you manage your time, stay organized while juggling multiple roles as a vlogger, and freelance spoken word poet?
Well, I do the try to do the best I can. Try not to do too much, or else it could affect my health, like pass out or get like I have like a heart attack, stroke, or other health problems. Just remember to relax, have flexibility, get some sleep, and stay hydrated. It helps a lot.
Okay. My next question is, transitioning from an independent sales representative at Avon to your current job roles. What skills or experience do you think have been most transferable and valuable?
Well, I learned to pay my supplier, look for good sales opportunities. I met lots of interesting people during my time selling Avon, and I also like remember to notice like how things change within a company. For examples, I already explained that Avon has been around since 1886, so there have many recessions, the economic recessions, depressions, and how many advances in technology that has happened since 1886. As for example, you saw like independent sales representative, like and also e-representative, which is mean like a per that person has their own Avon online store. Those are things I learned. Just take notice of the changes of your field.
Okay, all right, ma'am. Thank you so much for your answer. My next question is, can you discuss any significant milestones or achievements in your career as an actor, and how have they shaped your artistic journey?
Well, with my height and my weight currently, which I'm trying to lose weight, I'm grateful that I even got a role at all. And also, if for actors, I want to give this piece of advice: if you're not offered any opportunities, remember to create your own opportunities. It's just I'm grateful that I live in the digital age that I live in because we have the social media in the youth in like the YouTube where like people put on their own acting shows and movies and shorts and skits.
Okay, thank you so much for your answer. My next question is, how do you stay motivated and inspire your creative pursuits, especially as a spoken word poet and blogger?
Well, with the books I wrote right here, even though some people might think that maybe like poetry's like out of style, it is not. I write things that are like relevant to the times that I live in. Like probably different poets in the past probably wrote poetry during the times that they live in. And with my blog, even though I haven't blogged much lately, I do plan on getting back to that because I've been so busy working on my books and doing these interviews as we see right now.
Okay, thank you so much for your answer. My next question is, as a reviewer at the Slice the P, how do you evaluate and provide feedback on various products or services?
Well, with Slice the Pie, you can review different people's music and also depending on what they might put on there sometimes you could also review different people's like brands and clothing. And also, there's like a certain threshold where it's probably like we reach $10, you get paid via PayPal that way, and also bonuses too, depending on what they have available.
Okay, thank you so much for your answer. My next question is, in your opinion, what are the key qualities or skills that have contributed most to your success in such a diverse range of roles?
Well, being independent, having flexibility, having creativity, being aware of different people, of different cultures, and also make sure your skills are relevant to your field. And remember to upgrade your skills if you learn new skills and upgrade your skills if you have to.
Okay, thank you so much for your answer. My next question is, can you sum of your favorite resources or tools that help you excel in your work and projects?
Well, there have been some books that really helped me out. For example, there is a book about from Carey. Well, this person's name, author's name start with a K, Ary, and Oppenburner. I hope I got the author's name right. It's it's called like it's about your how your book is not your business card and how you can make 18 streams of income from your books. And there's been another book. It's from Liz Ryan called Reinvention Roadmap. Oh, it's a book that really spoke to me because the new millennium job search, workplace, job market, it is not like what it was in previous generations. There's like a certain saying, like probably where I'm from, or probably it's all over the world. It's called like pound the pavement. The last time I pound the pavement, you know what they told me? They told me to go on our website and see if we have anything available. Take your smartphone and scan this QR code. Text higher to this certain number. Attach your resume or cover letter to this email address. In fact, a few years before that, I took a class called like the job campaign about how to get a job. But then when I graduated from University of South Alabama a few years later, it is there are things that is not what I learned did not apply at all.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much for your answer. My next question is: are there any exciting upcoming projects or ventures you'd like to share with our audience?
Well, I am working on researching for on more books because there are certain genres where you need more depth. Like for example, I'm working on a true crime book called Clout Killer. It's about the Kwame Wilson and Yolanda Holmes case. I'm working on another book that's I'm trying to appeal it to like people of all ages. It's about Kenny, the singer, the music producer Kenny Babyface Edmonds, and the late king of pop Michael Jackson. There's a lot more out there. Just need a. I'm working on them, and I'm doing more research, and I do plan on doing some more poetry as well. Just trying to prove that as a creative professional, I do have versatility.
All right, ma'am. Thank you so much for your answer, and your answer is so amazing. So,
Thank you.
thank you so much. As we thank you so much and for sharing your incredible journey with us today. Your experiences as a freelancer, reviewer, blogger, vlogger, and more have provided us with valuable insight into the world of online work and creativity. We truly appreciate your time and wisdom you shared. So, before we wrap up, do you have any final advice you would like to offer to our audience, especially those looking to pursue a similar path?
Yes. In fact, I would like to mention a quote from Free to Be Thee, my second self published book.
Yeah.
I don't know if I featured it, if it's on there or not, but if I happen to do like a updated, extended version of this book, I would say give credit where it's due or they'll sue. For example, it's just like protect your work and like have your work like copyrighted and trademark and you do write a book, don't forget to put the copyright page on there.
Okay. All right, ma'am. Once again, thank you. We are very grateful to have had you as our guest today. We wish you continued success in all your future endeavors. And thank you for being here. And thank you to our audience for joining us. So, thank you so much. Assalamu alaikum. And have a wonderful day ahead. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
You're welcome.